Hey, this is Mike Milligan, Certified Financial Planner. I'm going to walk you through what the next steps are in implementing your investment plan with JB Wealth Advisors and me on this path we're leading to become the most dynamic financial planning firm in America that is on a mission to work with people who don't fit the mold of traditional financial advisors, so that together we can make an impact. So, again, Fidelity is our custodian in most cases, but we also use American Funds direct for others. So either your account is established at Fidelity or American Funds. We are the named advisor on that now. Thank you for going through that process to get that going. Now the next step is implementation. Implementation includes a DocuSign, like the one you see on the screen on the right from Christina Hill. The one on the right is an email she sent to me to get my account personally funded. And I'll walk you through that in a second. But let me remind you who JB Wealth Advisors and Advisory Alpha, the roles they will play in managing your money. I'm a founding partner and the investment advisor rep for JB Wealth Advisors. And we have a team. Seth France is a retirement consultant and also registered with the SEC to provide recommendations via our firm here at JB Wealth and Advisory Alpha. Our client services team is led up by Christina Hill, who you've been in contact with to help establish the Fidelity account and now the investment management agreement. Katie Owen works directly with me to service you. She makes sure I stay on task, make sure I'm effective in my communication style to you, and overall is just the backbone of me providing support to you by clearing things out of the way for me so I could spend more of my time dealing and working with you. Brian Fisher, also one of the founding partners of JB Wealth, is the Chief Compliance Officer for us. He's the brains of the mastermind behind getting us organizationally and operationally efficient, and just as gifted and skilled in that from that standpoint. And then Jim is also a founding partner of JB Wealth. And together, we are providing strategic direction on how to move and become that dynamic financial planning firm. We've partnered with our investment advisory team at Advisory Alpha to bring multiple designated people who are industry experts to the team to do this. Advisory Alpha started in 1979 as a firm committed to bringing customized solutions to people in the investment management world. And through their 44, almost 45 years of service, we're happy to partner with us. It started with Steve Osternick Sr. and has gone through the second generation now with Steve Osternick Jr. leading up the team. We also have Nick Heinrich, who's part of that team. And they bring the custom solutions we need for you to be able to bring a lower cost model from a fee standpoint, try to beat the benchmarks we're trying to accustom, and blend it with the overall financial planning strategy we have in place. So when you log in, when you hit when your email from Christina, when you hit review documents, it's going to pull up for you a document here that needs to be electronically signed. You have to hit the initial document piece where you agree to electronic submission and hit continue, but then you hit start here. If you were just simply to hit the start button here on the left, it's going to take you where you need to sign. Okay. It's going to walk you through the initials. It's going to ask you to bring up a trusted contact person, where I would sit here and enter my wife's name, get her information submitted. And you won't be able to see her information on here because we're going to X that out. But I just want to show you how long it takes to go through this. It doesn't take a long time. Even with my misspelling. And then now that that's entered, I would sign here. And then we have to get to the investment assessment for you now. This is a series of questions you have to answer about your age. So the first question is age is an important factor to determine your risk tolerance. So you have to pick your age. When that happens, it assigns a score that goes through and eventually will give you your risk score. So when we go in here and look at what this is, how do you feel? What is your understanding of investing? Hopefully, I have extensive experience. I put that in because I am advising you also. How do you usually feel after making an investment? I focus primarily because of my age on the potential gain. The answers here, I only think about the risk of loss. I focus primarily on the potential loss. I equally consider the potential gain and loss. I focus on the potential gain. I only think about the thrill. That's a unique feeling for you, so you answer that correctly. How does your household non-investment income and Social Security compare to your expenses? My income is larger than my expenses. My income is larger than my expenses. How consistent is your income? It's really consistent. If the market were to go down, I would increase what I put in. Again, because of my age and where I am. That doesn't mean don't answer that question where you need to. How would you characterize your risk tolerance for the entire portfolio? It's high for me. Generally, investments with increased short-term volatility, ups and downs, have greater potential for long-term return. When considering all of your investments, which statement best reflects your expectations? I do embrace the frequency of short-term volatility in the market because I am looking for long-term performance that's in line with the market. And then when do you plan on getting to your money? For me, I will take money out in retirement, so it's more than 10 years. And after you begin withdrawing your funds, how do you expect it to last? I hope the rest of my life and leave money to my kids. And so with that, my risk score becomes 88. And then that shows that I'm somewhere as an aggressive investor for my portfolio. And I hit sign and I'm finished. From there is a form that I completed on your behalf, which is the Department of Labor fiduciary rule, where you could go in and see that piece of information about what I entered. And then finally is the SEC form ADV Part 2. There's the firm brochure that talks about our history and what our philosophy is on investing. And then right after that initial filing that we did with the SEC, and going forward, there would be my history and my firm supplemental brochure. You're welcome to read all that, but at this point in time, you're finished. Once you do this, once you hit finish on this and submit, you will get a copy for your records. At any point, if you have questions about this process of completing the investment management agreement, do reach out because this is an important part of your overall plan.